Hi, my name is Winan, and I want to talk to you about our experience with Streetwise Canine. About a year ago, we adopted a dog from a rescue who he scared the crap out of me. He would, in the house with us, he was fun, he was loving, he wanted to play, but he wouldn't bite us. He was a great dog. I fell in love with him so quickly. But as soon as we got him out on a leash, I think within days of getting him, he took off after a squirrel while I had him on a leash and dragged me to the ground and scuffed up my chin and scared the jeepers out of me. Another time we were crossing an intersection and he heard or saw a dog in one of the cars that was stopped and tried to drag me right over to the car. So, like, traffic be damned, he was going to go see that dog. But I think the scariest thing that he started to do, and which is where I was like, I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. I think my husband's going to have to walk this dog from now on, is if there was any slack in the leash, he would grab it in his mouth and start running in circles around me. And I tried to, get my foot up high enough and get the leash down low enough to stop him, and I couldn't do it. What happened was I would sit down and hold on as tightly as I could, and a couple times I just gave up and waited till he was tired and came back to me. But it was really alarming, and I felt like I had no way of controlling him. The rescue, Friendly Giants Dog Rescue, who had brought Kane to us, put us in touch with a dog trainer named Cher at Streetwise Canine. And Cher spent an hour with us, and in that 1 hour, she turned things around for us. First, she helped us get him a properly sized prong collar. Then she showed us how to use it correctly. It's not something he wears all the time. It's something he wears when he's training. And I think a lot of people who don't know about prong collars don't understand that that's how it works. You don't leave your dog in a prong collar. Cher started with us inside the house. She watched how we interacted with him before we even left the house, and I thought it was normal for a puppy, which he really was, he was just barely a year old, to be excited and, a little bit bouncy before he leave the house. Well, a dog like Kane, who's already got a threshold of excitement here, and then you take him outside, he's going to hardly be able to listen, let alone make smart choices for himself. So he was already so close to the top that the chances of him being a well-behaved dog on a walk were pretty slim. We barely made it across the park before Kane grabbed the leash and started spinning me. And I did my best to try and, do what I do when he does that. And finally I looked at Cher and said, "Help!" So she grabbed the leash and she showed us how to bring Kane down from an out-of-control, overexcited frenzy. And to the untrained eye, it looked kind of harsh at first. It included a strong yank on his chain, which was attached to that prong collar, and spinning in 180 degrees. Like, whoa, we are going. And, a sharp vocal with it, none of that. It kind of made my eyes pop. But it told the dog, none of that, in no uncertain terms. After that short session with Cher, Kane tried it, I think, once with me and once with my husband, once more doing the yanking on the leash thing. We immediately did the strong correction and the 180, and he stopped. He hasn't done, on a walk with me, he hasn't done that in, I guess, about a year. I'm not afraid to walk my dog anymore, and that's huge. So if you have a dog who has some behavior problems, and the nice, all positive approach to dog training isn't working for you, before you give up on the dog, before you give up on yourself, I really encourage you to give Streetwise Canine a chance and help your dog integrate well and beautifully with your family, as our dog has done.